SpotOn GPS dog fence was the first of its kind. The technology brought to the table at CES 2020 stole the show. And fast forward a few years, and guess what? It has only gotten better. But dang, that price tag. For $1,295, it may not be everyone's cup of tea. However, looking at the performance is truly justifiable. GPS dog fences can be a hit or miss. I know this because I've had my hands on enough over the years. Out of all, I'd say SpotOn is by far the most reliable. Hard to believe? Just pause the video for a second and take a look at the customer reviews on the screen. Satisfied? Okay, now let's cut to my review. If you're about to spend $1,300 on something, knowing all of its ups and downs would do a whole lot of good. And that is precisely what I'm about to do in this video. After using the SpotOn GPS dog fence for well over a year now, I've got the scoop on this device from A to Z and will spit it all out to help make that purchasing decision. And hey, if you're barking mad about this kind of content, why is that subscribe button still gray? Click it. Also, we drop videos daily. To avoid missing out, hit that bell as well. With that said, let's see what SpotOn fence is all about. What is more important in a dog fence other than its fencing options? Let me start with that. For starters, SpotOn allows you to create as many fences as you like, but keep in mind that it only be able to store a maximum of 20, which is a lot. Each of these fences provide you with 1,500 posts. Those are what determine the size of the boundary you will be able to create. 1,500 fence poles is not exactly what you might be thinking. With it, you can cover acres and acres with zero problems. I try to use all 1,500 poles, but turns out my backyard isn't quite Buckingham Palace sized. But yeah, who knew? As for the shape, you are provided with complete freedom in that regard, because each fence can be of the shape you want it to be, no restrictions. Creating a fence, on the other hand, is a breeze, but before I get into detail on that, let me tell you this. SpotOn is wholly operated via your smartphone. Right after you get your hands on the device, you'll need to download the SpotOn app and set it up. That's where you'll be able to create the fences, adjust corrections, and do all the other stuff related to the collar. Now that's out of the way, here's how you can create fences with SpotOn. You can do that in two ways. You either walk the boundary or draw them with the help of the map. The latter is what I went for, and obviously the most straightforward way. You can draw the fences around the perimeter and get everything up and running in seconds. I also tried walking the perimeter, and to my testing, it was a bit accurate in lining out the fences, but for me, drawing the fences was much easier compared to the hassle of carrying the phone along with the collar. What we've looked at is just the primary fencing option. There's more, and no other device provides options as many as this. First one is the quick circular fences. With this turned on, you can create instant 950 feet wide boundaries anywhere you are. Literally takes just seconds. And second is the keep out zones. These are GPS enabled, allowing you to establish custom shaped no-go areas within your designated primary boundaries. Whether you want to protect your garden or even a pool, these keep out zones have you covered. Just like the primary fences, you can craft your own custom shaped zone tailored to the specific area you want to keep your dog out of. So whether a small garden or a sprawling backyard, SpotOn can adapt to your needs. This level of customization is a game changer if you need precise control over your pet's boundaries. Finally, home zones. This along with keep out zones were added to the software update. Most virtual fence collars recommend taking the collar off the dog when they're heading indoors to prevent getting corrected. Even though this was the case with SpotOn a few months ago, that update has changed things for good. SpotOn's home zones allow you to assign an area around the house where, if the dog enters, will not be corrected even when the collar is on. And to answer the frequently asked question, will my dog receive static correction when returning home? This is actually a problem with many other wireless fences, and that is what has sparked many owners to this question. And thankfully, no. SpotOn uses correction only when the dog leaves the boundary, not when coming back. All of these work as they should. No lag, glitches, or hiccups, just seamless operations. This shows why SpotOn is winning in the virtual fence department. And hey, if you're really into this kind of content, why haven't you already smashed that subscribe button? Go ahead and give it a click. Plus, we are dropping fresh videos daily, so be sure to enable notifications using that bell icon to ensure you never miss out on any of our updates. Every GPS virtual fence uses some kind of corrections to stop the dog from going over the boundary. SpotOn 2 uses correction, but in a different way. Before I get to that, let me tell all the corrective feedback present. There are 3: tone, vibration, and static stimulation. SpotOn separates the correction into 2 different levels: alert and warning. Alert kicks in when your dog is a few feet away from the boundary and heading towards it. Alert will issue the tone feedback. As for the warning feedback, it comes into play once the dog goes past the boundary. Here, you can set up the correction you like, either vibration or static stimulation. It's actually completely customizable. That said, getting the correction to work properly is up to you. Proper training is vital for the dog to understand the corrections and back off when alerts and warnings start. Otherwise, the result may not be in your favor. Thankfully though, you can use a variety of training modules, all of which would help you and your dog learn the system. Along with the corrections, SpotOn also sends alert notifications to your phone right after a dog gets its first correction. As far as the tests I've done, the notifications were instant. However, warning feedback on a few occasions failed to recognize the boundary correctly, leading to a correction before the dog got past the boundary. This did not happen with alert though, it worked without a hiccup. That is everything you should know about a SpotOn's fencing and corrections capabilities. But we're only halfway through. Next, let's take a look at the location tracking features of SpotOn. SpotOn allows you to track your dog's location in real time through your phone. You can check where your dog is anytime you want, which is excellent when you have a large fenced area. Moreover, if your dog goes past the fence, the collar will send you a notification to your phone and automatically switch to location tracking mode. When in location tracking mode, SpotOn claims to update your dog's location every 6 seconds, but my results were actually almost double that, clocking it at 10 to 11 seconds. For a virtual fence system, that is not bad at all. Also, the delay could have resulted from poor signal strength, but I'm not 100% sure as I tested it at 4 different times throughout the day and got the same result. Nevertheless, among the virtual fences I've tested, this one has the fastest location tracking out of all. Keep in mind that GPS powers location tracking. That said, one downside was the absence of Bluetooth tracking, which would have been beneficial for the battery life. But anyway, cellular-based tracking works as it should, be it with a slight delay. While on the topic of battery, here's what SpotOn brings to the table in that department. 22 hours is what's mentioned on paper, and if your dog is inside the fence and doesn't put the collar to work often, you can get to that mark. However, with constant location tracking and collar correcting the dog quite frequently, you can squeeze out about 16 hours from the collar. Moving on to the collar's build quality and durability aspects is exactly what you can expect from something as pricey as this. SpotOn is made with high quality plastic, but what makes it stand out from the rest is the finish. It feels excellent and probably the best I've seen on any collar. The placement of the antenna in the collar is another plus. It does not stick out like most other collars. Thanks to the build quality, the durability is excellent. I dropped the collar 2 times when setting up the fences when walking, and I don't even get a stretch. You also have nothing to worry about it when it comes to water. The IP67 waterproof rating protects the collar even if it's fully submerged. I did not put it to the test since this was my only unit, but as far as the durability goes, there's nothing to worry. Not to mention the display on the collar. It displays information about you and your dog along with the battery status, which is pretty neat. Also, the device comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee and 1-year warranty. With all that said, let's go to one of the most important questions. Will SpotOn fit my dog? SpotOn offers 3 different sizes designed to accommodate dogs weighing 15 pounds or more, with neck measurements ranging from 10 inches to 26 inches. To ensure a perfect fit, be sure to measure a dog's neck size. Going into a little more detail about the price, as you may already know, SpotOn is expensive at $1,295, and if you are to enjoy features like location tracking, you'll need to subscribe to that plan, which comes in at $9.95 a month. Subscription is not essential if you're only going to use the device for fences, but I would recommend you to get one as it provides access to a load of essentials. So, with all that said, is SpotOn worth buying? If you want the complete virtual dog fence experience, SpotOn is one of the best devices to provide that. And when it comes to reliability, there's no competition. All you need to do is to put up the fences and sit back. It'll do the job for you. Yes, it is expensive. But now that you have watched the video, not anymore. Click that link in the description to get SpotOn at its lowest price. To check out my full written review of SpotOn Fence, head over to ipetguides.com. Link below the like button for that too. And speaking of the like button, why not hit that if you found this video helpful? Also, if you like this kind of content, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. And to never miss the latest content, ring that bell too. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.